Hey everybody, Jay Superawesome here. I'd like to welcome you all to my 31 Days of Horror in October. Sunday, October 16th, I watched Cellar, The Shape of Nightmares Come True. The story, the promising career of a horror comic book artist ends in a fiery death when he confronts the bloody carnage of his own imagination in his studio. Years later, an ardent devotee of the artist's work becomes a resident in his house, now an art academy. Unaware her imagination has revived the grotesque murderer of the past and that she may be the next victim. My thoughts. I've always been a big fan of Cellar Dweller. It's another great horror movie that was put out by Empire Pictures. At the house where the movie takes place, if you keep a close eye out, you can see various posters of other horror movies on the walls throughout the house. There's a Ghost Town poster, a movie that I have already reviewed for my 31 Days of Horror in October. That's a good one. There's a poster for Dolls and a poster for The Reanimator that can be seen, which brings me to Jeffrey Combs, who became a horror legend because of his character in the Reanimator movies. He plays a small part in this movie at the beginning. He plays as a comic book artist for the Cellar Dweller comics. His life comes to an end when he comes face to face with the monster from his drawings. I've always been a big fan of Jeffrey Combs, and I always enjoyed seeing him play the small part in this movie. Unfortunately, it seems like he doesn't look back on this movie too fondly. I once seen an interview with him, and he brought up Cellar Dweller, and then he just blew it off like it was nothing. As a fan of this movie, that's kind of disappointing. But anyway, moving on. 30 years pass from the events that took place at the beginning. The house is now an art academy, and we meet a wide range of characters with different artistic abilities, we will say. A student named Whitney looks to revive the Cellar Dweller comics. It's not long before a rival from Whitney's past, who is also a student at the art academy, inspires Whitney to draw up some grotesque Cellar Dweller comic strips. Almost immediately, the monster has found its way off the pages of the comic strip and into our world, and fulfills the grisly acts depicted in the drawings. Pretty soon, the Cellar Dweller has enough power to make his own comic strips, and when that happens, nobody is safe. I absolutely love the creature design of the Cellar Dweller. It's described in this movie as being part vampire, part werewolf, part demon, and part ghost. It just seems like they were throwing everything at the wall just to see what would stick. And it really worked. Even though the Cellar Dweller is described as all those things, to me, he simply looks like a full-grown ghoulie. And I have to mention the movie's director, Carlo Buechler. The man knew his special effects, and he knew how to make a fun and entertaining movie. I'm going to give Cellar Dweller a 7.5 out of 10. Please like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know if you have seen Cellar Dweller, or just let me know what you think about my review. And as always, I would like to thank you all for watching.